Hello, beautiful divine souls. Welcome back to Goddess of Rebirth, the podcast. In today's episode, I want to talk about a topic that is very intimate to so many women, the journey of motherhood. And I am going to be sharing some of the inspiration, the insights, the very valuable insights that I received from a class that I took with Dr. Erika Matluck, and also based on the inspiration I received from a previous interview with guest Maggie Wu, a very young woman who was passionate about sharing her experience as she is trying to conceive, and all the information that she shared that she had been finding out on her own because she has not received any kind of support or guidance, nor from the medical system, nor from the family system or community system. And so she felt very lonely in her journey to trying to figure out what conception is and how she needed to get in order, or where she needed to get to in order to have a conscious conception and birth. And I found her conversation so inspiring because I feel like that is the experience of so many women. I am not someone who's planning to conceive, and yet I do feel like this topic, this conversation is so important to have, not only for women who are interested in becoming a mother, but for women who are young, really, really young women, and who might not be considering right now. They don't want to have a baby within the next year or within this year, but they're definitely considering as a future goal in their life. And I think that what Dr. Erika shared is so, so valuable, so important, because the journey of motherhood begins when you begin to form your ideas and your beliefs about who you are as a human being and as a woman. And so we're going to dive deep into these thoughts. So Dr. Erika shared about 5 stages of the spiritual initiation of becoming a mother. She said that the 5 stages were preconception, conception, being pregnant, the birthing experience, so giving birth, and the first 12 months of the life of the baby. Each of these stages require a next level of, transformation for a woman. And so I found it so informative. I never heard of anyone speaking about the journey of motherhood from this perspective. And something that I really liked that she shared was how in the hospital setting, birth is viewed from a very physical standpoint. And that's all that you're provided for from the physical. So if you look at a holistic diagram, you have 4 quadrants. The first one's the physical, or not the first one, but one of them is the physical. You have the emotional, the mental, the spiritual. So there's 4 quadrants. These are the 4 kind of categories that you need to look into your life in order to have a holistic lifestyle, right? You got to take care of your physical body, your vessel, but you also have to take care of your emotional being and of your mental health and of your spiritual, your soul. And if those 4 are not balanced, and that doesn't mean that they have the same level of, but if you don't take care of them with the same care and you don't give it the same attention, then there's going to be an imbalance. And then there's going to be obviously a problem. So from a hospital standpoint, the quadrant of the physical is all that is taken care of. But when you talk about the mental, the emotional, which lately with the work of midwives and doulas and conscious parenting, lately this conversation has been brought into the attention, right? How do we take care of the mother's emotional well-being and the mental health of the mother? Yet, even considering that these topics have now been introduced into the conversation, there's still one very important aspect that is missing, and that is the spiritual. And something that I'm going to quote her. She said, in the spiritual is where you set your intention. Do not let the hospital set the intention for you. And I thought that was so deep, so profound, so powerful, because that is so true. The hospital will not take care of the spiritual aspect of your initiation, of your journey. And you have to be well prepared in order to provide yourself for what is needed in that regard. And she also said that the spiritual quadrant is actually what is going to keep you going when things get really, really dark and difficult and challenging. And so we want to make it a priority, or if not, like it's more important than the others, but we do want to keep it in mind without, like, we don't want to get into the journey of motherhood completely forgetting that it is a spiritual initiation. This is the part that I really, really wanted to talk about, that she mentioned about preconception. This is stage 1 before you even consider getting pregnant. The preconception stage, it is so vital for the well-being, not only of the mother, but of the baby as well. Some of the things that she spoke, and I'm going to read out from my notes. She said, find out how to become, you got to work on optimizing your health, your vitality, healing any unresolved trauma and pre-existing conditions, shadow work with your nervous system, heal your inner child. Because conscious preconception impacts not only your child, but also future generations. From the physical standpoint, what is your lifestyle like? What are your eating habits, nutrition, exercise? Do you have any previous diagnoses that need to be worked before you even consider carrying new life? From the mental, your thoughts, your beliefs about your relationships, your beliefs about being a single parent. What is possible for you? What is available for you? From the emotional, your feelings about your partner, your feelings, your concepts about yourself, about your body, your emotions, your nervous system, your regulation. From the spiritual, why do you want to be a mother? What does the path of motherhood look like to you and mean to you? And she said, I really like this quote. She said, how do I work with my current situation and circumstances to get to a really healthy place before I venture into putting my body in a position where I am sustaining life for another person? And so I thought this was super powerful. There's one more question that I wanted to share with you. It says, what still needs to be healed in you before you steward new life? Learn to listen and tend to your body. Practice using your mindset to create what you want. Sit with your emotions, with your uncomfortable, painful emotions. Cultivate presence, patience. Work with your fear, with your anxiety, with your excitement, with safety and sexuality in partnership. Generate a magnetic emotional field. Invite new life to come through you, respecting their divine timing. And so some of the things that I wanted to share, one of the reasons why I wanted to share this with you is because from what I've observed, the people that I've seen becoming mothers, there's definitely not a preconception stage It's only, well, I got pregnant. Now what? And that's beautiful too, I think. I am not here in a position to shame anyone and kind of say like, oh, look how you did it all wrong. Absolutely not. But I do believe that based on that experience and seeing what results that brought you, you can become an agent of change and a force of change for other women not to experience the same unconscious conception and birthing experience. The reason why I say this is because I have seen, what I have witnessed is that we bring children into the world who are going to pass on to the next generation all the stuff that we didn't resolve. All our trauma, our childhood wounds, mother wound, like everything that we haven't resolved. If we don't give it attention and if we don't become aware of it and we simply become pregnant, that's going to be part of our baby's life as well, unfortunately, and very sadly. So there's a lot of work to do even before you get into a relationship. There is so much work to do even before you consider getting pregnant. Something that Dr. Erika didn't mention and that I wanted to add from my own perspective is that your beliefs about who you are as a woman, your beliefs about your mother, your beliefs about the place that women play in society and in the family will play such a big, important role in the future of your baby. And so what a beautiful invitation. What a beautiful invitation to sit down with yourself, especially for younger women. I hope that this podcast can reach younger women who are not even considering having a baby. They don't even have a relationship. They don't even know if they want to get married or have a family. Like they don't know anything about the future yet. And for those who know as well. But for you, my beloved young women, I hope you know that the beliefs that you're creating about yourself, the beliefs that you're creating about your worth, about what you deserve, the amount of courage that it takes to reclaim your power and to make your voice heard, it's going to impact the life of your baby, of your future family. So please, don't take it for granted. Don't believe that you can solve all of these problems later on or that you don't even know. And if you don't even know, if you're dealing with any of these problems, this is a very beautiful moment and invitation for you to sit down and start figuring things out. I'm going to move on to stage number 2, which is conscious conception. And we're talking about the sexual part, the sexual interaction, unless you are conceiving, by, I don't know, other means. But it could also be applicable. You have to be aware that you need to minimize stress. When the divine timing does not support your timeline, the results of your preconception work are revealed. Isn't this so powerful and so beautiful? I'm going to read it again. When divine timing does not support your timeline, the results of your preconception work are revealed. Okay, so conscious conception from the physical, you gotta be so aware. Become best friends with your menstrual cycle. Awareness of your sexual practices and beliefs, of your stress, your lifestyle, your habits, mental, your thoughts and your beliefs about getting pregnant. Minimizing stress in general. Stimulate your mind. Use your senses and your body to create pleasure and to create with pleasure. Believe in your vision. Magnetize life into your womb. Call it in like a magnet. Embody and trust divine timing. Leave control out of the equation. Use your 5 senses to come into the present. Mindful eating. Enjoy the things that you love. cultivate your emotional field, generate the emotions you want to feel to call your child into your life. How beautiful is this, you guys? Why there's not a school where you're taught, like, you want to become a mother, this is how you do it, and this is from the spiritual perspective, from the energetic perspective. Imagine a child coming into the life of a woman who is living in such conscious awareness. Stage number 3, pregnancy. Slowing down. Protect yourself. Protect your baby. Adapt to change. Your house routines, your daily routines, your habits, your friends. Tuning in to hear your voice, your inner voice. From the physical, rest, nutrition, body work, exercise, adapt to changes in your body. Manage ailments of pregnancy. Slow down. Respect your limits. From the mental, detoxifying your thoughts and beliefs. Stay present. Tune in with your emotions, with your needs. From the emotional, this is emotional. Your baby is in the emotional field right now. I'm going to read this one more time. Your baby is in the emotional field right now. Your emotional field is a hormonal sea your baby's swimming in. Protect your energy. Create conditions that make you feel loved, relaxed, cared for, safe. I'm going to say something about this. I had a mentor who we work with wealth, with our wealth identity, and with the limiting beliefs that we have around money and becoming, people of impact to the world, right? Something that I love she shared once was, if you want to manifest, because we talk a lot about manifestation, and manifestation is creating. So conception is exactly the same thing as manifestation. And I'm going to talk about this in a whole other conversation, a whole other program. But what I wanted to tell you about my mentor was that she said, if you want to manifest in purity, like let's say I'm manifesting this mansion or this job or this whatever it is, and I dream it this specific way, and I want it to come out this specific way, I have to be very careful that my channels need to be cleared. And in order to do that, in order to have a very clear channel, I need to be very conscious about what I'm consuming. What am I consuming? And she's really careful. Like, you will not be able to get in contact with her because she's like super conscious about what reaches her from the energetic, to her presence. Like, there's so much value that she puts into her energy and her presence that it's not that easy to reach her. And so she has like assistants and people that work with her team. And then you get to reach out to them first before you reach her. Besides those choices, those very conscious choices that she makes, what she consumes, that's what brought so much my attention, and it stayed with me. What she consumes. And let's talk about food. Let's talk about beliefs. Let's talk about the things that you tell yourself. But let's talk specifically about social media. Have you ever thought about that? You're pregnant. Do you cater? Do you consciously choose what you're consuming from social media? Because it is impacting your emotional well-being, because it is impacting the life of your baby. Have you ever thought about it? I think this is such an important thing to bring to the table, to put out on the table. So important. And I'm going to read it one more time. Think about it this way. Are you consuming content from social media that doesn't make you feel empowered? That doesn't make you feel loved? That doesn't make you feel safe? That doesn't make you feel cared for? Don't. Eliminate it. Like toxic food. Like, it's not good for you. Disconnect, unplug. Okay, there's one more aspect in this stage, and it's the spiritual. The experience of oneness. Embodiment. Detoxify projections. Feel the creator that you are, the presence of the divine within you. Be comfortable with the unknown, because you don't know when you'll move from one stage to the next. Practice saying no, setting boundaries. Stage 4, giving birth. Balancing safety and freedom, support and empowerment. To make decisions for yourself, surrender control, experience intensity. I have so much respect for women who give birth, like so much respect. From the physical level, pelvic floor strength creates safety and support, pain tolerance, preparation for intense sensation, nervous system regulation, stamina. From the mental, thoughts and beliefs about birth, what really is possible for you, manage the limitations of the mind, set your intention and keep your attention. From the emotional, fear, anxiety, excitement, finding safety in the process, feeling love. From the spiritual, your body becomes a portal for consciousness to change form through tolerance for the mystery and openness to the miracle. Allow your body to lead. Receive support from those who know what you're capable of. Ride the waves of intensity like never before. Surrender and trust your child. Practice breath work, meditation to calm your heart. Stage 5. The first 12 years of the life of your baby. Rest and recovery, holding new emotions and co-regulation. Allowing emotions like anger, frustration, guilt, navigating complex decisions. Receiving and delegating. From the physical, sleep deprivation, recovery from birth, breastfeeding, weight management, hormonal changes, adrenals. From the mental, thoughts and beliefs about being a good mom, agency over baby separation wound, managing expectations. In the first year, the baby needs the most your presence. From the emotional, mom guilt, postpartum anxiety and depression, social isolation, anger, resentment, co-regulation. In your preconception stage is when you started training. Who is your team? How did you find support? How are you going to tend to yourself while you are tending to your baby? In this stage is where you discover what real presence and devotion is, and the ego death, the death of the maiden. Discover what's right for you and who you are as a mother, knowing that you can trust yourself more than any expert. Because no one has mothered your child before, you are the only person who can do it well. Get more present than ever before and redefine balance. And there was a question that I thought was really, really interesting. Why are women so unprepared for this initiation when we have been doing it forever? Number 1, there's poor guidance. Number 2, the medicalization of the miracle. Number 3, overcomplicating things. Number 4, societal values. Number 5, forgotten traditions. Some of the questions that she brought up. What values are you going to bring to your journey? Do you want to prepare yourself to make a lifelong commitment that impacts generations to come? Do you want to invest in your well-being as a co-creator before time is an endangered resource? Do you want to show up thoughtfully for your body, mind, heart, and spirit? Do you want to make this journey the most spiritually rich experience of your life? Do you want to reclaim the fullness of the journey to becoming a goddess, a co-creator, a manifestator? I think these are beautiful things to ponder about. And I was grateful that Dr. Erika shared these thoughts with us. And I also wanted to bring it to the table because it resonated so much with what Maggie Wu, one of my previous guests, shared in this podcast before. And so the voices of women who are advocating for a more conscious preconception and conception and birthing experience are increasing. And I think it is so important to add value to it and to amplify their voices and to continue sharing their message. I am thrilled to have you in my circle, and I am buzzing with excitement to conjure up some magic together. Remember, in Goddess Unleashed, we don't just talk the talk, we walk the mystical walk. Tune in and transform with me. Until next time, keep your spirits high and your magic untamed.